Welcome back to the road to KSP2, and today we are actually finally going to rescue our Kerbals. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, it's 10 episodes, but finally we're getting them off the surface of Laythe. And if you want to see more from me, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribing really helps out the channel. Thank you for everyone who already has subscribed. And yeah, so we're going to be starting out with the KSS Carthage. It's in interplanetary space near Jool. That little green dot on the right side of the screen, that was Jool. So, we are rapidly approaching Jool, and we had to do a slight correction burn before we actually get there. Which, you know, a slight correction burn in this craft is like a 10-minute ordeal. But yeah, here's something that we launched a while back. The Saturn 1, it has finally arrived at Sarnas, and it is circularizing right about now. The wonderful rings of Sarnas are in full view, just looking absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so we're trying to get our first encounter at this planet, and then when I did that, it just started causing things to explode. Whoops. But yeah, here we are. We're going to be transmitting some of our science, and we are going to be getting ready to plan our next maneuver. And here we are. We pointed in the correct direction. And we're actually going to spend a little bit more time with this probe. Yeah, it's a very useful probe out of the main point that it's just going to be collecting quite a bit of science for us to, you know, just get some more things on the tech tree. I am still designing the rocket that we'll be using in 2 weeks. That whole thing is just going to be launched and then flown just like immediately. Well, I mean, the back half is going to be launched and flown immediately. It's going to be an impressive rocket. It's just going to need a lot of fuel, and I'm going to make sure it has a lot of fuel and that it doesn't take hours to burn its engines. So yeah, I'm dealing with quite a bit of an interesting dilemma there. So now we are finally, you know, we circularized around this planet so we could get some, or not planet, but moon, so we could get some data. And if you didn't know this about Sarnas in the Outer Planets mod, Elu is one of the orbiting bodies. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There, see it? That's Elu, which is kind of like the Pluto in stock game. But no, we have Plock for that. Plock is our Pluto counterpart. Here we are. We're circular. Oh wait, no, we're burning out to Elu, and then we will be performing our capture burn in about a day and or 2 days, about 2 days from now. So we're just gonna go and zip around Sarnas, and then we are going to perform the capture burn about now. I didn't know why it was freaking out. It for some reason stopped firing. Oh, it was because we were out of fuel. Okay. Yeah, I staged the rocket. Now we're actually, you know, getting our science data. And I overburned. Yeah, we do not want to land on Elu. We want to get to some of the inner moons of Sarnas. And I was just making sure that we have enough time before we have to transfer to the other ship, which we should have more than enough time. And there we go. Now we've got an encounter with this tiny little moon in the rings. This was absolutely just a beautiful thing to be diving into the rings. I can't wait for some of the new planets and stuff like that in KSP2. I guarantee you, if there's any with rings, I will be going there as soon as possible. I know they won't be added in at the beginning of the game, but it would still be pretty cool. Oh, also, if you've made it this far, please just drop hello in the, just like a hello or a hi in the comments. It would just be cool. I like to see how many people like actually do it. It's kind of cool. See how many people are actually like attentively listening. But yeah, here we are. We're around this tiny little rock. Our orbit is at 8.5 meters per second, which is ridiculously slow. Well, I mean, it's not slow, but like, I think that's like maybe like 10 miles an hour or something like that. Like, it's not fast. I'm very bad at meters per second. It's probably maybe like 30 miles per hour. So like, if you were driving the speed limit in a school zone, you'd be in orbit of this planet, or not planet, but moon. So yeah, here I am trying to make a maneuver node with another body out in Sarnas's sphere of influence, and yeah, there we are. We burned towards it, and we didn't. It's another small one, which means it's going to be very annoying. It's egg-shaped, which also is weird. And then I think that my physics engine was just breaking the whole time. The whole time I was playing, I feel like my physics engine was breaking, and it was just causing me all sorts of problems. Like the meters per second actually reached the body were ticking up, and then it just kept ticking up. I don't know what was going on there. That's why I'm so excited for KSP2, because you know, they'll actually be focusing on problems like this. Yeah, so like when I had 0 throttle on it, the delta V requirements would be going up, which is just a absolute pain. But here we are, taking a swoop. I just had to keep burning in order to make sure I didn't, and then I ran out of fuel. Yeah. So here we are. We finally encountered this little egg. I did as much science as I possibly could as we passed through the egg, and then we passed through the rings a couple of times, which was pretty cool. And so I wanted to slow it down so I can show like a good speed pass through the rings, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, here we are. We're about to go through the rings, and then it didn't look as cool as I thought it would. But yeah, I mean, it's satisfying. You flew through the rings. But anyway, now we're back at the KSS Carthage. You finally reached Jool, and we are burning. We are doing our capture burn, which, you know, is important, or we would just fly straight through Jool's sphere of influence. You can see Laythe. It's that blue round thing in the distance. This was also quite a long burn. Not as quite as long as the one that took us to reach or leave Kerbin, but it was quite big. Oh yeah, there's something that I wanted to tell you guys about. So, this weekend, I'll be launching a small L1 certification rocket. So it's just a tiny little solid rocket booster. I have it here right now. That's me just hitting the side. It's not particularly impressive, but I think it's I think it's pretty cool. It should be launching, it should be going up by around to about 2,500 feet, pretty quickly, I might add, like literally only in about a second or two before it like cuts off. And then a little explosive charge will pop off the nose cone, and then a parachute will come out. And I think it'll be pretty cool. Also, I think I did the wings pretty well. They look like small, like F-22 wings. Hopefully it doesn't cause it to like explode. Apparently it's still within 1 caliber, so it should be, or well, no, it's within 1.5 caliber, so it should be fine. Caliber is like a stability unit. So like it should be fine, but you know, you can always get a little worried about it. But yeah, this burn is going on forever and ever. And if you made it to this part, just say this burn takes forever. Just put that in the comments. Just this burn takes forever. And spell it like the feel the burn thing for Bernie Sanders. Just put B-E-R-N, or like burn Switzerland. Yeah, do like burn Switzerland. This burn takes forever. Just confuse anyone who's Swiss in the chat. That'd be kind of funny, kind of entertaining. Yeah, this burn is taking forever, and I didn't quite speed it up as much as the other one because I didn't think I would need to. This is only at like 8 times speed. It's taking quite a while. It's a pretty long little burn here, and I think you'll be seeing, just from how long this takes, I think you'll be seeing Laythe basically like block out one of the other moons from being able to be seen, just because this burn has taken so long. Like the Laythe has moved enough around the planet in order to do so. Yeah, this burn is taking quite a while, and I didn't realize it would take this long. I could have actually cut this episode quite a bit shorter. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll actually re-edit the upcoming section so it's a little bit short. Oh wait, I didn't need to, because it's already almost about to be done. That's wonderful. And now you see that one moon coming out the other side of Laythe. Apparently this burn's about to be done in just a couple seconds. Oh, it looks like it's already done. Or it's throttling down based off of the image that we see now. And yeah, this should be pretty good. Oh, I think this is part where I was AFK. I should be getting back to the computer in just a second. Jeez, man, this is at 8 times speed. I took 8 times longer than this to get back to my PC. That is kind of hilarious. Anyways, have any of you guys tried the Hogwarts Legacy game? No? Okay. Well, if you have tried the Hogwarts Legacy game, tell me how it is down in the comments. Like, don't spoil, but like tell me how it is. Alright, yeah, so I just clipped forward ahead, okay, to where I actually started doing things instead of being AFK. Alright, so here we are. We're coming down quite quickly. I think we're doing a Tylo assist to get to Laythe, I'm guessing. I'm actually not quite certain, but here we are. We're burning away at a ridiculous rate. I don't know what I changed there. Oh, this is where I decouple the the little extra tanks. Look at them go. Stuck to forever float around Jool. Look at them go. and I'm basically opening up all of my other solar panels so I can still get enough electricity, because Jool is so far out that, you know, solar energy is not particularly all that effective. And we use a lot of reaction wheels on this craft. We are also out of monopropellant, which is, you know, quite a problem. But yeah, here we are. We're almost to the point where we would get a Laythe encounter, which is pretty important. Yeah, we've almost fully finished our burn to get our Laythe encounter. Right now we have, I think, a Val encounter. We do not need a Val encounter. We just need a Laythe encounter, which is what we will be getting right about now. There we go. Now we're gonna burn so that we're going the same direction, but I got confused a couple of times with which direction we were supposed to go, and it did cause some problems, which you'll see. I mean, it's not a lot of problems. Like, it's just enough of a problem that this ship will never come back to Kerbin. It'll probably just be floating around this area for eternity. Or, I mean, probably not. Like, it could probably get to Kerbin. It's pretty light without the lander now, and the side tanks. So maybe it could get to Kerbin, because we're gonna leave the lander here. Because there's really no point in keeping the lander after this mission. I mean, we can refill it if we really want to. Make it just like an emergency detachment vehicle for the other ship, but I think we're gonna try and get as much Delta V out of the other ship as we possibly can, because we need it to circularize around Kerbin in order for our plan to work. And if it won't work, that'll be a problem. Just entirely. And it will be an absolute pain. But yeah, here we are. We're burning another 1,000, like another 1,000, meters per second. Well, it's now a kilometer per second. We're burning about a kilometer a second of Delta V. We're shedding off a lot of speed so that we can actually encounter Laythe. And it's a good sight. Also, I thought this encounter right here looked pretty cool, like where we were burning, because you can see Laythe, which is like a beautiful blue atmosphere. Like, it's, high in nitrogen, all the good things, and then it contrasts really well with Jool, which is just a big green menace. And this is about where I decided, hey, maybe I should do another burn, which is more efficient than do this. And then I couldn't remember how to stop the burn, and my brain was just breaking for a moment. And did I stop this burn, or did I stop another burn to make it more efficient? I think I did this one, because, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, here we are. We're slowly getting to our, final approach. Well, not final approach, but you know what I mean. We're slowly getting to, yeah, look, I turned it off here, and then I did it here, and it was significantly cheaper. Yeah, so I just cut forward to the time where we did the next burn, and I mean, look at how much faster, how much cheaper it is than doing the other one, which would have just taken so much longer. And now I'm trying to actually complete the process of actually trying to get aligned with these two craft, which again will be quite difficult because, you know, Kerbals and my own inability to plan properly. Yeah, and I probably should have put a second nuclear engine on this thing. I would say a good portion of our problem has been the lack of thrust to weight. I mean, if I wanted a craft to be moving this slowly, I should have just powered the whole thing on xenon and just ion engines. Yeah, which would have been not an amazing idea, but an idea to maybe have considered. Because, I mean, I didn't necessarily need it to get here like as soon as possible. It's actually a interesting thought experiment, because I probably could have just strapped 10 ion thrusters to the back of this thing and just sent it on its way, to be completely honest. Like, it could have just like gone. Yeah. So here we are. We're slowly coming to the approach, and I swear we will be saving the Kerbals. We will help them. So here we are. We're coming in for another burn so that we can actually align planes with these. I'm using Mech Jeb's rendezvous planner for help, but it's not too much of a help because I need to be a little bit more specific with my burns, so I have to alter them a little bit. Like, this is just a halfway point to actually getting to the same what is it, attitude? I guess you could say it's, or inclination, as the other craft. So here we are. We're actually, and then now I can actually use the rendezvous planner. I just use the autopilot because why not? And here we go. We're doing another burn to help save our poor stranded Kerbals. Now this burn, it's not particularly interesting. I've got to be honest with you. I keep trying to make them sound interesting, and there's just not a whole lot I can do. I'm trying to move a absolute ridiculous amount of fuel, and it's not all that interesting, to be completely honest. Look at that. We have done that, and then now we have to do a slight inclination. That's weird. I don't really see why we need to do that, but you know, we did it. Oh, it was to bring us down. Okay, I see it. I understand now. Here we are. 12 a.m. on a Monday. Oh, wait, today's President's Day? I just got a notification that's saying it's President's Day. A happy President's Day to anyone who lives in the United States and actually finds President's Day like an important holiday. Nothing against you. Honestly, I wish we could just treat it as a holiday. Much more of a holiday. Isn't it the day that's in between like Lincoln and Washington's birthday? I think that's the reasoning there, which I think is kind of funny. Now here we are. We're actually finally encountering the ship. Thank goodness. We're finally here. And now I'm going to disconnect the lander. And I send it off on its little way. And here I am. I'm getting ready for the other ship to point towards it. But there's no what's it called? There's no SAS. So I just kind of had to hope for the best. And then I was actually able to target this one. And now we're going to actually try and make our final approach on the other rocket itself. I probably could have detached the upper stage because that's all that really needs to meet up with the other rocket or other ship. But I mean, I kind of wanted to put both sections on together. And here we are coming in real close, and they are connected, they are joined, and there we go. We can actually start transferring some of this fuel and actually, get this ship out of this, system, as it were. I transferred one of the Kerbals around to start working up on science again. And here I am going to go down to the surface of Laythe and actually land and pick up the Kerbals, which is what you guys have been wanting to see this entire episode. Why is there only one oh wait, because I left one unretracted. And then here we are, we're coming in real quickly and we're doing a quick burn, and now we're going to be landing right near the edge, and there's that little lag spike, and there we are. We have landed on the surface, and now we can pick up our Kerbals. Goodbye. See you guys next time. I know I left you guys hanging. Bye.